Hola, soy Ceci.
Y yo soy Pablo.
Y esto es
Dance for All.
by Doka. El día de hoy les tenemos una entrevista.
En esta ocasión tuvimos la fortuna de entrevistar a Ido Tadmor, un bailarín y coreógrafo israelí que estuvo aquí en Guadalajara hace unos meses.
Él participó en el Festival Internacional de Danza y Medios Electrónicos Bailar a Pantalla.
También dio un interesante curso en Crisol Dance Center.
Pues bien, los dejamos con esta bella entrevista.
I would not be able to see my life or life in general without dance. My name is Ido Tadmor. I'm a dancer, choreographer, and an artistic director from Israel. Started my career as a classical dancer, going through the Bator dance company, the Israeli classical ballet company. Then I moved into the Batsheva company for 8 years, almost 8 years. I was lucky enough to work with Ohad Naharin for some time, and then I went to dance in New York for 5 years with one of the most wonderful companies in the world. It's called the Lar Lubavitch Dance Company, which is located in New York. And then after that I went to dance for 1 year in Amsterdam in Scapino Ballet, which is a neoclassical dance company. And then I went back to Israel to form my own company, which existed almost 14 years. Recently I finished a few years of being the artistic director of the Israeli Classical Ballet Company. I'm choreographing a lot, I'm teaching and giving workshops all over the world. I'm judging in very important competitions, both contemporary and ballet competitions around the world. But I think that the main thing is being a dancer and a choreographer. In general, I think that dance is the highest language of all languages around the world, because all other languages are verbal languages and they create barriers. And actually dance is the only language that can really connect through love, through connections, through relationships. It can connect people from around the whole world. So for me, dance is being a part of the tie between the ground and the sky, or between our physicality and the spiritual worlds, or as you call it, God. So for me, it's the highest kind of form of art and language. I know that some people think that music is the highest art, but for me, even if there is no music, there is always dance. When I see people walking in the street, for me it's a form of dance. You know, it's a form of movement. I can recognize, I can learn so much about them just from the way they move their arm, the way that they move in the street, the way they walk, they run, they sit, they get up, the way they eat. It's some kind of a form of dance, and even some kind of a form of technique. Yes. Because as a little kid, you develop your own technique to do everything that you have to do. I'll tell you a story. My father, when I started dancing, was really against my dancing. My mother was a big prima ballerina in Israel, classical prima ballerina, and my father was a very strict educator that was for many, many years a high-ranked person in the army. So the combination of the two is what made me. So from his side, it was really very difficult for him to accept me as a dancer. He wanted me to be anything else but a dancer. But then when he saw how much I am happy and how much I'm not going to give this up, even if it means that I'm not going to be in contact with him, he told me at one day, I remember this very clearly, as if it was yesterday, and it's maybe almost 40 years ago. He told me, okay, I found a place inside myself to accept it, but you have to promise me that dance will take you the furthest possible and the deepest possible. And when I asked him, what do you mean? He said to me, it has to take you to the most amazing places in the world, to meet the most amazing people in the world, to meet life in all its forms and situations. And these are words that I'm carrying with me since I remember myself starting to dance, and it leads me in my own career to really be all the time in a place of exploring and researching and learning. And dance has brought me to meet you and to meet other wonderful people. And actually this is what makes me the happiest person in the world. So that's what stands for me. Of course there is the side of the physical element, which I enjoy very much. I enjoy the hard physical work. I enjoy to get up every morning to take my class, to do the rehearsals, and to go to the gym and do some yoga and do some Pilates and so on. But in performances, and sometimes it also happens in rehearsals, but mainly in performances, what is actually my feeling is that my soul is almost disconnecting from my body, and my body is just dancing by itself, as if it's with everything that I did and in my power to control myself. It's as if I'm out of control in a way. Of course, my body knows what it needs to do, so it's in control. Yeah, I'm working on it every day. But the actual feeling is, it's as if my soul is disconnecting from the body, and I'm someone else. I'm in a different place. I can even say that I'm getting a lot of different messages and different visual elements that are coming to me when I'm dancing that are not coming to me when I'm just sitting or when I'm doing something else. In a way, it's like drugs, but in a positive way.
Yeah.
It has no negative side to it. So it's just a dream.
Okay.
It's just a dream.
Muchas gracias, Ido, por compartir estas bellas palabras y estas reflexiones que nos haces a través de la danza y de tu vida. Saludos hasta Israel. Y gracias, Leo, por entrevistarlo.
Leo, entrevistador y traductor. Y también queremos agradecer a Crisol Lancente por su apoyo para esta entrevista.
Gracias.
Pues bien, lo vemos aquí el jueves con un nuevo video.
Recuerda, subimos 2 videos por semana.
No lo olvides darle like, compartir y suscribirte a nuestro canal.
Ido.
So, hashtag, lo que no se comparte, se pierde.
Dance for all.
Baidoka. Yay.